I usually, first of all, start by setting the mood. So I'll put my speaker on and just like put on my playlist. And then I just use two different techniques. One is hand building and one is the wheel. For now, I'm still trying to figure out a proper style, but I love organic and wavy shapes that kind of reflect the natural flow of the clay. I have a pretty intuitive process, so I may start with a mug that ends up being a ball and I just roll with it. I think that what changed during this year is the fact that at first I was really focusing on my pieces being perfect and nice. And then with time, I've just started to embrace imperfection and just really let myself explore freely without like an expectation. So my name is Chiamaka Claudia, and I'm a 25-year-old Italian Nigerian currently based in Leicester. I've been here for about 2.5 years, and my pottery journey has been a bit of a winding road. It started at first as a fascination for cups, mugs, plates that grew up when I spent some time in Barcelona and Berlin. I remember visiting a lot of cafes during that time, and sitting at one of them, I've thought how amazing it would be to make my own. But you know, given the circumstances of me growing up in this small village, small town in Italy, I kind of abandoned the idea. I always tend to imagine myself doing unique hobbies but lacked the resources. Okay, so here are some of the pieces that I made. This is a plate that I made this in June 2023, so it was one of my first pieces that looks technically kind of good to be new, but that's because it was like a private session with pottery and the teacher helped me a lot. I remember when I started doing this, it was like the first time that I had like my hands on a clay and the wheel, and it felt really good. And I remember I was just like really excited. I was not really focusing on what I was doing, but just like excited to see the process and to see how it would turn out. So I made this during a weekly class. I liked how, compared to these two pieces, it has more shiny and bright colors to it. The teacher warned us about combining different glazes because glaze doesn't work like paint, so it's not always a good idea to combine them. But I felt brave that day and I just decided to do it and see what came out. And I really like the finish. I tend to use it, especially during summer, just because summer gives me more of a vibe of fruits, fresh fruits, and I'm also someone who likes to romanticize my life a lot. So when I'm at home, I just put some fruits here and just eat it from this plate just to feel something. So both my Italian and Nigerian backgrounds play an important role in my crafting. On the Nigerian side, specifically through my roots, which are Igbo, I've been exploring Nsibidi symbols. Nsibidi symbols are originated among the peoples of southeastern Nigeria, and they are a pre-colonial ancient writing system. The first one of so many. I had no expectations on how it would come out, but I'm pretty happy about it. It has basically these two symbols that you can find here and also on this other side. They are the symbol of music, and somewhere here in the bottom, basically here, these four symbols, they are how my Igbo name Chiamaka will be spelled. This marked, let's say, the start of my exploration, which I guess will be just an ongoing process of me finding a balance of incorporating these symbols into my craft and adapting it into, you know, my own personal interpretation and something more contemporary, let's say. After moving to the UK, my connection to my roots improved and they got more strong, I'd say, because seeing people who look like me thriving in spaces I hadn't imagined made me spark a sort of curiosity about my roots and made me really want to know more about my traditions. So this is my first stoneware piece. When I mentioned before that I tend to use earthenware more because it's like the classical choice for clay, I've recently decided to explore with a different texture, which is stoneware. When I say clay teaches me patience, it's because before this there was another vase that was about to glaze, and then it fell down, it broke, and I had to start over with this one, which came out actually better than the one that I did before. So again, it's just I like how when I start my day I never know how it goes, so I might start with something that might become something else, and I really can't wait to see how this will turn out once I glaze it. On my Italian side, I draw inspiration by moments that I tend to miss sometimes. One of them is just a cultural tradition, very known and popular, called aperitivo. Sharing and connecting over food, finding a moment in our busy schedule to just come together and just spend some time with our loved ones. It's a different kind of feeling when you eat from like a plate that you did, or you drink from like a mug that you made. It makes me feel like proud. It's sometimes I don't realize how good of a feeling it is to create something on your own and with your own touch, and to be able to use it. So that's why I think that's one of the things that I like the most about pottery, the fact that it's not only about creating but also finding, purpose and a way of using your pieces.